We are live and we were still laughing, right? So basically, hello everyone, I should say. The reason why we were laughing was Kelly bought these bread ahead donuts a few days ago, and I was tempting her with this, as to say, because they are Kelly's donuts, and I was as if I was going to say, I'm going to eat one, and you should looking at me like this, just to go like this, and we captured it, so we thought we would go with it. So hello to everybody. Oh, they are smelling good. So these are, as we've done bread ahead before, but these are that's the lemon one, and that is the blueberry one.
Hey, Sam.
Hello, Sam. You all right? How you doing? So
hope you're well.
It's my very cheeky way of trying to get her to let me try when I'm on the line.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie. How are you? You're well? How are things? You both and everybody.
Yeah.
Happy Friday to everybody.
Happy Friday.
We made it. And it is the 1st of September.
It is. And if you're into Harry Potter, you could have gone down to King's Cross, and at 11 o'clock, the Hogwarts train announces that it's going to Hogsmeade. Shall I move over a bit more? I thought I moved over
nice
enough.
If you did, yes.
Do you want a donut?
Look at this.
Do you want a donut?
So for the rest of the live, you'll see half my face.
You're going the right way of not having a donut.
Shift over. Yeah, so I had no idea. So on London Tonight, which is obviously we're based in London, so that's the local London news. They showed loads of people turned up to King's Cross to actually watch the Hogsmeade, and I had no idea they did that on September the 1st.
There's things that are going to be happening all weekend at King's Cross. So if you live near or you can get to King's Cross, then do and enjoy the festivities.
Yeah, so any Harry Potter fans, King's Cross is the place for you to be heading this weekend. Charlie's got 149 followers. Well done.
Wow, well done.
I remember last time we checked, well, no, it wasn't last time we checked, but you had 126. You get in there, Charlie. Well done. Have you done any more of your artwork? Oh, no, you're still not well, Sam. I know you were saying you weren't before, because I remember the grr. I've had a really bad tummy bug and got to watch you from bed tonight. Oh no!
Bless you. Well, I hope we can entertain you.
Well, maybe I shouldn't be doing the food review then with poor Sam's not so well.
I don't think you should be having any donuts.
The smell of sweet. Well, I hope you get better soon, though, Sam. I really, really do. You've had that tummy bug for a while, so I hope you're
well
okay.
for a while. Yeah.
There is actual fact there is quite a COVID is re-emerging actually here in London.
Really?
So yeah, the actual infection rate is quite. I'm not saying you've got COVID.
No.
I know there is a lot of illness going around there, so I hope you recover better. But it's lovely to see you on, and like I say, well, I hope we can entertain you for the next little bit or so. Again, apologies everyone for being late, but again, now and again we get technical issues, and this is one of them. We've got a very old laptop, which is really struggling to function.
Well, it's not old for us, but it's old in technical terms.
Yeah, well, exactly.
In tech terms, it's quite old.
I made everyone a gorgeous cottage pie with carrots and cabbage, and can't even look at it. Oh no! Do you know what? For me, I love my food, so you can really tell when I'm ill. If I don't eat, that shows I am ill.
Yeah.
So that's so bad. Did you actually make it while you were ill? Because that's quite impressive for someone to actually make something. That's a sign of love. That's a sign of love. If you, when you are sick, have gone and made something.
Careful, because I don't want you to exit out of it.
So no. So I'm only moving that. That's a sign that that's a sign of love, that you've loved the person you're cooking for, that you will, even though ill, will make the cottage pie. And you know what? What's the difference between cottage pie and shepherd's pie?
One is made with lamb and one is made with beef.
Which is which?
Shepherd's pie is made with lamb.
Yeah.
And cottage pie is made with beef.
Now the clue is shepherd.
Yeah.
So the shepherd with the thing. Me and Zachary and my son Nick cooked it together.
Oh, that's nice.
Did Zachary do all the stirring?
Obviously.
Or was he doing the? Was he overseeing? Was he the foreman?
Was he delegating?
Right then, I think I'm going to try one of these.
Just wait a little bit.
What am I waiting for?
Just wait a little bit.
Christmas.
Just wait a little bit. Just put it down.
No, I'm going to show everybody again. So we did, as you can see, we did have a third one, but we ate that one. That was the.
What was the third one?
The third one was custard.
Yes, it was.
So the one on the yellow one is the lemon meringue, and the one on the left is blueberry jam. But they are a couple of days old now. So, but the bread ahead donuts are great. I added lots of mushroom, and Zachary helped peel the veggies. Oh, bless him. Was he using a knife or did you give him a veggie peeler? I'm assuming you gave him a veggie peeler.
Well, yeah, they would have given him a veggie peeler.
So what has been happening? We haven't done much in terms of videos or but we did go out.
No, but we've got a few videos coming up.
Yeah, we do have
a few videos coming up. So as soon as you've edited them,
I've got quite a bit to do. I've just not had time this week.
There's like at least 4.
Yeah, so it's been really, really busy this week. I've not had a chance to do any editing at all. I was hoping to have one up by this weekend, but that's not going to happen. But I will try my best to get it edited for next week, which is the charity walk I did. So you will see the landmarks. I did the charity walk from the GLA building all the way down to Bromley Football Club. So that was about 14 to 16 miles, I think. 23 kilometers, he said.
I think you were telling your brother about it, but I wasn't sure if he wanted to join you in the next one.
I don't think he does. No. Whenever I said to anybody,
he might.
Whenever I say to anybody 23 kilometers, like 16 miles, they're like, "What? No, you're right." It took. So on Google, I said this before, but on Google Maps, so when I did from London Bridge to Bromley, it said 3 hours, and I thought, well, that's all right. 3 hours. That's like a very long film. But of course, what I didn't realize, of course, was that Google Maps will translate the most efficient journey, so the quickest journey from A to B. So we actually did the scenic route. So the guy that organized it pretty much went down the river and then through Blackheath. So through Greenwich, then through Blackheath, then around sort of Hither Green Leeway, then through to Bromley. And I think because of that added and we did a few pit stops as well. It ended up being 5.5 hours, I think, 5.5 hours.
Right. But what I keep saying to you is, even if you went the more efficient route, unless you're going to keep the same pace of however many miles per hour to make it 3 hours, then you were never going to make it for 3 hours. It's as simple as that. So if you started off at, I don't know, 2 or 3 miles per hour, that let's say for argument's sake, and that made up 3 hours, you would have to keep that pace for the whole 3 hours, and it'd be impossible. Not that it'd be impossible, but you'd have to be fit.
Cute little twix. That'll keep your energy going. So we did quite a few pit stops on the way, more than I thought we would.
How many did you do?
Oh, quite a few. It ended up being about 6 or something. And
some people need to go to. I know I need to go to the.
Well, there was quite a few people that did want to go to the loo and stuff like that. So I think that added a lot of time to the journey. I don't think they realised how far, because a lot of the places we stopped at, as I was saying before, were cafes. So of course, with these cafes, they had 2 cubicles, but there was about 30 to. We saw how many there were on there. I'd say 30 to 40 of us on there. And then of course, like I said, there's this massive queue to get into 2 cubicles. So you ended up waiting about 20-25 minutes for everybody to go, and then by that time, come on, let's go, and then we get stopped at the next place. And there's one guy on there, it was so funny. So every cafe we stopped at, he would buy himself a cake. So this guy had about 5 or 6 cakes. I know we burnt a lot of energy off, but not 5 or 6 cakes worth. So yeah, he ate quite a lot of cakes.
Listen, if the man's doing a walk and he wants to eat cake, let them eat cake, innit?
So moving on, exactly. So a nice segue from cake would be to donuts.
All right then.
I got there in the end. Right then, which one should we do?
Do the lemon meringue.
Lemon meringue. This is the one I didn't want to do, but anyway, okay. So generous filling. You guys would have seen us do these before. So these are bread ahead donuts. They aren't that huge, but now they are expensive. They're just under £5 each. Yep, you heard me. £5 each, but they are very, very nice. There's the lemon meringue filling, which was all inside, by the way. I'm just going to do the grand cut. Now, I know I'm doing this off camera, but I will show you it in the grand reveal. There we are. Look at that. So it's a very generous filling. That was the front, as you could see. A lot of lemon meringue in there. Actually, there is a lot in there. You can see, look, just how much there is. Let me just push this one out of the way. There you go. So you do get a nice lot of filling. So it is bread ahead. They are across London. And believe it or not, one's in Dubai.
Yeah.
Here we go. Ching, ching.
Ching, ching.
Best way to describe it, a lemon meringue filling in a donut.
Mm.
Not my favourite filling, I've got to say. I do love a lemon meringue pie, but
I like this filling. Yeah. Mm.
but the bread is fantastic in bread ahead donuts. Now we've got to, like I said, we bought this a couple of days ago, so it's not as its freshest, but it is still really good.
Yeah.
That is nice.
Mm.
What's good is I think it's a good sign as well that it's starting to go stale a day after. 2 days after.
So when did I buy them? Thursday.
If that was a supermarket donut, that would still be fresh. And that's because of all the additives in it. Do you want to do the other one?
Go on then.
Well, I think it's only we should do. Right, this one, now not as generous as you can see. This is the blueberry filling and it's a bit small. How much was that? 5 as well?
They were all the same price,
oh
I
my
think.
God. Grab yours.
I thought you were going to show the camera
yeah.
the filling.
Right, Madam's left half of hers, so you won't be able to see, but there you go. If I move this out of the way. Again, look at that.
Wow.
So you get quite a good generous filling. You can have, that's the bigger one, so you take that one. Nick came home with 4 fresh wing donuts the other day. They were amazing. Oh, where did you get them from? There we go. Here we go. Zeus! We're just doing a donut review. How are you? Oh, you spent all night in A&E.
I know. How come?
You've got a kidney infection.
Oh no.
Oh no. How did you get that?
Oh no, between you and Sam. Sam's in bed.
Sam's not well either. And we're stuffing our face with donuts.
That's how we roll, isn't it?
Right. I've got to say, I can't taste the blueberry in that.
No. No, I felt that there wasn't enough filling, but I do prefer it to a raspberry.
No, I prefer the raspberry because you can taste raspberry. I can't taste that.
I don't like the raspberry.
Freshly fried from Morrison's Bakery with lovely sugar glaze. Oh, now we were saying actually the supermarket ones are really, really, really good value for money. So again, we would recommend bread ahead. We've done it before, but we will say it again. If you do get a chance to do, there's their website. If you want to have a little look at what else they do some fantastic breads, bread ahead. Hence the name. So coming at you. So there you go. Recommendation, bread ahead. Right. Oh, you're on antibiotics. Right. Oh, you reckon it stemmed from a urine infection, which would make a lot of sense. If you've got a kidney infection, it's probably derived from some other form of infection.
Oh, no.
Well, I hope you're okay. No carvery for you tonight, unfortunately, but hopefully you'll be on soon. Antibiotics will clear it up quite quickly as well. So hopefully.
But we had Too Good To Go carvery.
Not. Oh, yes, we did. I forgot. I was going to say not recently. Yes, we did. Now, Too Good To Go carvery. Now, it might be what I've been doing is we've had several from our local carvery. Very nice. But I've got to say, now this will not be for everybody. So I just want to make that clear. This is just for our local one. But I've started to notice a pattern. If you order the carvery on a weekday, you'll get a really nice, generous portion. Unless it's during half term, because I've noticed that more people go to the carvery as well during the half term. So the other thing we would say is we ordered it on a Sunday, the Too Good To Go. And again, it wasn't that packed. So that's because also we noticed is what the lady was saying to us on a Sunday, this is our busiest day. So people are eating right up till 10 o'clock when they're doing or right up to 9, whenever it is we could do the collection. Actually, I think it was 10:30, people are still eating. So if you are going to do the Too Good To Go, and again, I must reiterate, this is just based upon our local one. Try and get it during the week, Monday to Friday. Maybe we haven't tried end of week, but I should try that one again. I think you'll get a much more likely, I should say, to get a much generous portion as well, because less people go during the week. But I would not do the Sunday one for a
But
while.
to be honest, the portion size is fine for me. It is quite full. It's just that it's not bursting full, because Mark's quite used to it. That is like they can just about fit the lid on. But this one is still packed, but they could just fit the lid on. But it's still packed.
Oh my God, Too said last week we went midweek. It was eat for £1. You're joking. Well, our local one has never done that. It's never
unless it's done that and we've just never been.
Well, it would have. I'm sure it would have said. But eat for £1. That is insane. Is it a Toby Carvery? Because if it's not a Toby Carvery, that might be why. It might be a special deal they do. The one we go to is a Toby Carvery.
Yeah.
You'll have seen it on our videos. We pretty much go to the same one. We have been the only one we did is if you check out our video, we did one for Too Good to Go just for Carvery. So we got quite a good viewing thing on that. But so what we decided to do, we did the breakfast and we did the dinner. So we did the dinner, and then the next day we got the breakfast. And we did it from 2 different carveries that are near us. So there's one, what would you say, about a 5-mile drive?
They're probably equal distance.
Yeah, so 5-mile drive as well. So we wanted to show, because the only reason we went to 2 separate places is the same one we normally go to wasn't doing the breakfast one.
Yeah.
So we had to go to a different carvery to get it. Really good value for money. I mean, it was about £5.
£2.79.
£2.79 for the breakfast, and the roast was about £3. Mine was about £2.
Yours again. The roast is £2.29, and my roast is £3.29. But the problem with the breakfast, where we went to the other place, they just filled it up with like plump tomatoes. Mine, I didn't feel like it was good value from the other one. But I would like to try it from our regular one.
Yeah. So, Too said, sorry, sleep deprived. Kids eat for £1. And yes, it was a Toby.
Yeah, they do that. Kids eat for £1. Yeah.
That's really good, actually, because obviously the adults will have the full price one on it.
Yeah, it will. The kids only eat for £1 if you're paying for a full price.
Now, you'll notice, actually, Kelly and I did go midweek. So we did a few videos ago, where we went to the Toby Carvery midweek. Now, we wanted to go midweek just to show you the difference between going that and the weekend. And there is a difference.
And it's cheaper as well.
It's cheaper, but also you'll see from the video, there was no one there. So it's so nice to go. You can go up there. There's plenty of food up there.
Yeah.
We've got our fill. And then, like I said, on the way home, we were just saying, and we did the live stream. It was on a Friday, so we did the live stream after. That was one Friday I'd taken off work. But yeah, when you go on the weekend, you will notice the difference in terms of obviously the number of people there. But we haven't done the breakfast for a bit.
No, we haven't. We should do it. We should do it soon.
I know Colin keeps asking when we were going to do it, so I thought, yeah, he wants to come with us. But yeah, we will look to do the Toby breakfast again at some point and film that. Yeah, or I could do another Toby breakfast.
Look at this one. Thinking about breakfast.
So anybody who's not done the Toby breakfast, if you are vegetarian, you do need to tell them, because they do have vegetarian sausages out the back, which they'll do for you. But of course, all the meat stuff is out. You just help yourself.
Yeah, and you can tell them, because it's unlimited as well. You can have as many sausages as you want.
Yeah.
So just let them know, and they'll do the sausages. Of course.
25 sausages, please.
They do unlimited bread and bacon, and they even have Yorkshires for breakfast as well.
Yeah.
Like eggs and things like that.
So the Yorkshires are slightly different. They've actually got onion in them, I noticed, in the
Some
batter.
of them have got onion and bacon.
Oh, you got bacon as well. I did notice the bacon bits in there.
Yeah, onion and bacon.
That's not something I normally have. I've never had that before, Yorkshire pudding for breakfast.
But it's pancake, isn't it? It's pancake
that's
mix.
true. It's pancake mix.
It's pancake mix.
So it's like having pancakes.
Yeah, for sure.
But with bacon and onion in it. Bristolian Welsh has joined us. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Bristolian Welsh said, "Hey guys, I have a Toby Carvery book for Sunday. So excited." Well,
enjoy.
Let us talk about roast dinners for a little bit. We haven't done a special on British food for a while, actually.
No, we haven't.
We tend to do, as you'll see from our videos, we do a lot of Asian food, and we do.
I love Asian food.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we had it we had it this afternoon, as well. So we did. Didn't you?
Yeah, and where did we go on Wednesday?
Oh, we went to Inamo, but we didn't film Inamo.
No, we didn't.
We've done about 3 or 4 videos on Inamo, so I thought we're not gonna do another one. But so we did the Inamo experience. So do check out our video on Inamo. It will give you an idea of what it's like. Right, Toby Carvery. So the Sunday one, I was gonna say Bristolian Welsh. You should hopefully get lamb.
Lamb. Lamb.
Did they have the crackling last time you guys went?
Do you know what? I've not seen the crackling for a while.
No,
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I've not seen it for a while.
Obviously, I don't go for it because I don't eat the meat stuff. But I've got to say, when we went midweek, so when we did the midweek Toby Carvery, I wasn't there. I remember because you asked for the lodge and they didn't have the pots there.
There's not been crackling there for a while.
No.
In fact, I can't remember the last time I had crackling. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't remember the last time I had it.
Because
I've not had it for a long time.
What tends to happen is they'll have at the one we go to. So you start off obviously with the meat section, and in the very corner at the beginning, they'll have some things of sausages, which is near the chef, because that stop you because you're supposed
taking them.
Yeah, it stops people taking. I have seen people reach in and grab them because you're only supposed to get the sausages if you go for king size. And then there's always like a little plate of the crackling. But when we went midweek, it wasn't there.
Yeah, the crackling is normally just in front of the meat. So you can you can just grab the crackling. However, I didn't even have, so newly after the pandemic, I've not seen any crackling.
Well, do you know what?
Last few years.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Last few years, I've not seen any. It's only now because you mention it. And I was thinking, hang on a sec. But you know what? Because I find with their crackling is a bit too hard for me. So I never really take it because for me, it's not the best crackling. There's other places that do much better crackling. But now that you mention it, I've not seen, because my mum would normally get it. That's something my mum would like. And for her, the crunchier, the better kind of thing, or the harder, the better. But yeah.
So Bristolian Welsh, actually, I go to the one in Gloucester, and it's very on-off. But actually, funny you should say that. It's been very much, as Kelly says. Now it's only because Bristolian Welsh has mentioned it.
Yeah, because I've not even thought about it.
No, and I was going to say, you just come to assume that it's not there.
Well, I never really got it anyway. I never really ever got it. But you would always see it, and since the pandemic, I've not seen. Post-pandemic, I've not seen it.
So we do, just to let anybody know, I know because we've got a lot of British viewers, but we also have a lot of non-British viewers. So for anybody that's not familiar, crackling is actually the pork skin.
Yeah.
So when they bake it, it will go really sort of hard and crackly, hence the name. And then what they do is they tend to sort of take that off, break it into little bits, and then you can help yourself and have that with the with your meal. But because it's the fat, it's very, very sort of, it's got a lot of the flavor in it, hasn't it? So you'll have that crackling on there. Sam said, I used to cook a 4-hour pork joint and the crackling was amazing.
Wow. 4 hours. That must just fall apart. Must have been like pulled pork.
So how do you get your crackling though, Sam? So if you were to give somebody a tip, do you have a tip for the crackling? Is there something you do for it? I noticed that Gordon Ramsay, he tends to score the skin, and then he puts salt all over it, and it's the salt that dries it out as it bakes.
A lot of the joints you get now are already scored. A lot of them. But now I've got the air fryer. Boom.
Oh yeah, you do
air fryer. Because the thing is, Mark doesn't eat meat.
No.
So I never ever do a joint. So I never do a joint of meat. So I don't know how to do it properly. So there's beef and there's chicken and, pork and whatever else. But because Mark doesn't eat, I never, ever do it. So normally I'll do myself a steak or, lamb chops or pork chops or something like that. So I never, ever do it. Do all the roast trimmings, just not a joint. Then we've got the air fryer. And Mark's brother and Siobhan came to stay with us. And yeah, I did it in the air fryer. It was really good. And then when they got their own place, Siobhan bought an air fryer and just going, can you send me the settings?
Oh, I was going to say, because Touche said, yeah, which one in Bristolian Welsh we go over? We also live in Gloucester. You guys might actually go to the same one.
You might know each other.
It's the one in Hynham. The one in Newport is close to us, but we love the one in Hynham. That's where we go. Okay, Gortouche. Is that familiar to you?
Is that familiar to you? Is that your part?
Or do you go to the Newport one? This will be interesting. So is it the Hynham one or is it the Newport one?
I like it. You know, when sort of like viewers come on and stuff like that, and we're all starting chatting, and they come from the same parts of the country, and I like how we all just join, like just to chat to each other and see what everyone's up to and all of that type of stuff. I like that. I like all
Yeah,
of that.
it is.
Sort of
That's
thing.
what we love doing about the lives.
I'm
Actually,
just like, oh, do you know what? I know that place, kind of thing. So there was a workplace I went to recently, and I was just chatting with some people, and we were talking about holidays and stuff. And I was saying, oh yeah, because my family come from Mauritius. So, well, oh my God, he goes to Mauritius all the time. And I was like, and I walked into the kitchen one day, and they were talking about holidays. I thought, I bet he's talking about Mauritius. I said, well, what are you talking about? He goes, Mauritius. I was going, oh my God, that's where my family are from. And then we were like chatting and stuff like that. And it's just so nice.
oh my God! Right, I'm going to come on to Sam's comment in a minute. It's the same one, Hynham. You both go to Hynham.
There you go. There you go. It just shows you.
No way. That's so funny. Do you know what? Do you know what's even funnier? The two of you probably were like this in the thing. Of, oh, sorry.
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 Like, just see that guy just push me. Did you see his late? Or do you know what I mean? Or yeah, you probably just sat near each other or saw each other and all of this.
Great mind. Now, is that true too? Are you like Bristolian Welsh? Are you closer to the Newport one, but do you think the Hynham one is better? So let's go to Sam's comments. So this is Sam's tip for getting good crackling on your pork. It's best if it's from the butcher's because the meat sweats in plastic wrap.
Yeah.
But if it's in plastic, take it off, let the skin dry, and salt it, and put it in a very hot oven for the first 20 minutes. I did see, I forget which chef did it, but one chef boiled the kettle and poured boiling water on the crackling before they put it in the oven. And they said, actual fact, ironically, that dries it out as well. Bristolian Welsh said, sorry, I should explain. We live just inside Wales. Oh, and the Newport one is South Wales. Sorry. I was going to say, I didn't think Newport was in Gloucestershire, but because we live on the border, we go to the Gloucester one. Karthik's joined us.
Hi,
are you okay?
Welcome.
Have you visited Blackpool? If so, any restaurants you wish to recommend, please?
I have been to Blackpool.
I've never been, actually.
But I was only 13 at the time, so I can't recommend, like, when we were going to somewhere like Wimpy and getting a Knickerbocker Glory, that was like, to us, like the best thing ever. So I can't, unfortunately, recommend anything in Blackpool. But I'm sure one of you guys goes to Blackpool regularly or lives near Blackpool. So can anybody else recommend like a great little restaurant? Somebody came on, so somebody was watching the live the other day. Who is it? Sarah, and she commented saying that we should go to Devon, and she can recommend Brody's in Devon. So
right, let me get my
anyone lives in Devon and they want to go to Brody's, that was recommended by Sarah. And then at the end of the live, there was a Fiona, and she was commenting because we were talking about Michael Jackson.
My laptop's died. Sorry, I'm just gonna get my laptop.
And all of his songs and stuff like that. And she was saying she really loved it. And it's just so nice when people come on, and we sort of like get to chat and sort of like see where people are coming from or any recommendations for people and things like that. I love it.
So no, sorry guys. Normally I would get my tablet, but I realised it's just died. The battery is dead. So I'm going to
go and get some more water in a second. I'm so thirsty.
All right, wait a sec. And then so Karthik, yeah, sorry, apologies. We've not been to Blackpool. I'm going to have a quick Google and recommend something which TripAdvisor say. Anybody else, if you have been to Blackpool, anybody watching this on Catch Up, please do put it in the comments for any recommendations to Blackpool. Are you going, or do you live there at the moment, or are you planning on going there? And Tushi said, no, Hynham is our local Tobury. Well, it must be good for Bristolian Welsh to come from Wales all the way into Gloucester to go and get to that Toby Carberry.
Is Gloucester near you then?
Yeah, so my parents are in Wiltshire.
Yeah.
So it's not
because I remember you were saying that Wales is not too far.
Well, it's depends on what you.
Well, Talk of the Tom goes to Bristol.
Yeah,
so Bristol's closer. I take
well, sort of. It's not that close. No, it's about an hour and a half drive.
Well, that's quite close.
I was going to say to an American, that is that's really, really close.
Yeah, I mean that an hour to get to, you know, somewhere else. I feel like that's pretty close.
Right, Blackpool restaurants. Let's have a little look.
Here we go. What type of cuisine are you into is also the question, I guess. Like, I feel like if I was going to Blackpool, I would have to try and find a really good fish and chip place, because that would be top of my list, I think, fish and chips. But I'm told I really do want to go to Blackpool because I'm told that the lights there at night and stuff like that is so nice. So I really want to go at some point.
Well, amazingly, the #1 restaurant voted in Blackpool is called Elvin's, which is a Lebanese fast food restaurant. And that, I don't know, I'm going to have a look where it is. But that is in Clifton Street, Clifton Walkway. So kind of in, let's see how far that is from Blackpool. But that is the one, near the shop, near the seafront, near Lytham Green. So it's called Elvin's. If you like Lebanese food, that's the #1 voted there.
I think go try and find a good fish and chip shop, but that would only be my recommendation, depending if you like fish and chips.
The #2 is the Bar, Bank and Grill, which again is not too far from the seafront.
That does sound
right.
awesome.
The top #3, which is voted the best fish and chip shop in Blackpool. Again, this is by TripAdvisor, so not by me, by TripAdvisor. Is called Yorkshire Fisheries. So Yorkshire Fisheries for fish and chips, and I've got to say they do look very, very good on here. Is very close to the Blackpool North Pier. So it's a place called Topping Street, which is about a 10-minute walk from Blackpool North Pier. So there you are. If you're looking for your fish and chips one, the recommendation here is Yorkshire Fisheries.
What's everyone's favourite type of cuisine? Does everyone like have a specific type of cuisine that they really enjoy?
I will get you some more water.
Oh, thank you.
You didn't bring any out.
You brought it out, and then I don't know what you did with it. The cheek. Does everybody have a favourite type of cuisine? As you know, mine is Chinese. But mine's Chinese because we have a really big Chinese influence in Mauritius. So I was brought up on Chinese food. But I really, really, really love like noodles. I feel like noodles and a good fried rice and it's just too good. But I think my favorite has to be Thai green curry. Like I really like a Thai green curry. Oh really? Didn't I?
So
you mean the 3 that I put in yesterday?
You guys are the best. We are a bunch of medical students staying in Blackpool. Probably British. Oh, wonderful! Try that one though. That's what I mean. Again, we've not been. So again, this is just what's recommended. By TripAdvisor. But I was going to say as well, I do like Lebanese food. So I don't know if you like Lebanese food or not. Oh, you love South Indian cuisine. All right, let's have a look.
South Indian. So what would that be, or where would that be?
Sort of Goan food.
Yeah, I was thinking. Mark's better at the geography than I am. I'm really.
Oh, here we go. So the #5, which is voted the best Indian restaurant in London. In Blackpool. It's called Twisted Indian Street Food. So Twisted Indian Street Food. It's had a average of 5 out of 5, and that's.
Yeah, but what we're really...
Oh, hang on. Shush.
Look at this. Shush.
Well, I'm in the middle of talking. So that is even closer to Blackpool North Pier. So that's in somewhere called Clifton Street. So 15A Clifton Street.
That was the first one as well, was in Clifton Street.
Yeah, no. That was in Topping Street, which is actually, look, on the map. It's just there. It's right next to it. So it's Blackpool North Pier. And it is called the Twisted Indian Street Food. Now, it doesn't say, when it says Indian, it doesn't say where. Oh, Indian Grill Fusion Street Food Nepalese, which is more, Nepal is north.
Yeah.
Is north. North Indian.
But what I like to have a look at when I look at these things is the hygiene rating. I'm a little bit of a snob when it comes to hygiene rating. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. I'm not a snob all the time, because I like to slum it too, but I'm just saying sometimes I like to look at the hygiene rating. That's all I'm saying.
So It doesn't have the hydrogen. Richard, hello.
Hey, Richard.
Sam said our local Chinese is very good. It's called Jade Palace. But try that, Karthik. See if you see if that's any good for you. I hope so. Twisted Indian street food, but it's had really good reviews here on TripAdvisor, and it's the #3 restaurant voted in Blackpool. So that is very, very good. That is very, very good. And also, what else does it say here? Yeah. Okay. Pretty much #1 there. Richard said nothing beats pie and mash and lassings of liquor. It's traditional and legend. Had it today with a double pie. Where did you have it? Did you have it in East London? He said East London food is yum. You get me?
Yeah. I don't get me wrong. I like pie. I'm not so fond of pie and mash. I like pie and I like them separately. I'm not a lover of them together. But it's not my favorite. By far, it is not my favorite, but I do like it. I feel like sometimes you have to get the right pie as well. Like crust is very important to me. When you tap it, it's flaky. That's very important to me. But yeah, I do like pie, but I don't like pie and mash together. I know that I know what I'm saying is a bit like controversial, but I don't like pie and mash together. I like them separate.
Really? That's the whole point of it. Pie and mash to have together.
I know, darling. I know it's pie and mash, but I like sausage and mash with an onion gravy. Yes, but I feel like a pie deserves its own platform. Does that make sense? Like it needs to be its own entity. And you can have something on the side, like chips on the side or something like that. But I feel like mash is quite a lot of stodge, and for me, I don't like the mash with the crust of a pie. That's what I'm saying.
What we say? Richard said East London. Oh yeah, Richard said only Chinese I like is duck and curry. Okay, I've never.
Richard, you may need to come out with us a bit more, and I can introduce you to a lot of stuff.
And then you can introduce us to the best pie and mash shop, because there was one we saw very close to Old Chang Kee, which is on.
Yeah, which is very close to Wa, next door to Wa.
Yeah, next door to Wa, and I forgot the name where it was, but I'm sure you could show us a better pie and mash place to go to. Nothing wrong with the one we spotted, but I thought we'd love to go to a traditional East End one.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Sam said, I had a Chinese once and there was a rubber tap washer in my meal and I chewed it. Oh God. So clearly that's what, oh no. I hope you never went back there. Richard said, yeah, in East London, in Barkingside, nothing better than Greenwich, which is, as it's won awards.
Wow. Okay.
You'll have to take us there one time if you don't mind.
The Singularity, hey!
Oh, V Singularity, how are you?
I hope you're well.
Hope you're well.
Thank you for joining us.
So, guys, you would have just missed, some of you.
Because he wouldn't wait.
I was hungry.
He wouldn't wait.
We did our...
You were no types of hungry.
We did our bread ahead donut review. You can always rewind and watch us as I chowed down on some donuts. Richard said, Kelly, my mum had sausage and mash and onion gravy, same as your mum.
Your mum knows what's good, that's why. She knows what's good, that's why.
Onion gravy is really nice, I have to say. Didn't you make it?
Do you know what? I made so I did a quick short, of sausage, mash, and onion gravy. And to me, it looked all right. I got slated. It was so funny, right? I got completely slated. Because they were going, oh my God, this looks rubbish. But I said, oh my God, but it tasted so good. They go, oh, we don't doubt that that tastes really good. However, you've seen Rate My Plate, right? And I was like, oh no. But I've got to say, it might not have looked good to anybody. It looked good all right to me. But it was really tasty. So tasty. Honey mustard mash? Are you joking? With an onion gravy? Oh, caramelized onion sausages.
There you go.
It's too good.
So if you are interested in seeing Kelly's abomination stroke gravy, it is on the shorts if you want to see it. So if you want to have a little laugh at it. It didn't look the most appetizing, to be fair, but you said it tasted very nice. It tasted nice. Keegan, hello.
Hey, Keegan.
How are you? You well? We were just talking about, we just done a donut review. It's a shame you but you can rewind it and watch it.
Yeah, it's a shame Mark couldn't wait.
I can't wait, I'm afraid. I was so hungry. Douche said, do love a home-cooked roast. Well, we will have to do, we've been saying this for a while. We must try and arrange it. We would like to do a live cook-along at some point.
I don't know how it would work, though. We could try. We could try.
Because I can take the camera off and then take it into the kitchen while you cook.
It's a possibility, yeah.
And you can see how messy our kitchen is. Richard said, I had many Chinese food for 10 years. Used to work with the Chinese. Oh, yeah, I remember you saying. What? And after all that, after 10 years of working with the Chinese, was it, or eating Chinese food, the only thing you liked, the only one meal you liked was duck and curry. That was the only thing.
I like a lot of things. I like Korean. I like Vietnamese. I like Chinese. I like Thai. I probably would lean a little bit more towards Thai than Chinese, possibly. But yeah, I just there's too many dishes to choose from. When we went to Inamo the other night, and we had so much like sushi. We had like bang bang cauliflower. We had like miso aubergine, chicken karaage. You had the crispy salmon skin roll. You had the salmon. What else? Mark's too busy looking at something.
No, I'll tell you what I'm looking at. I'm just seeing if there's any more South Asian. There's another one called Zest of India, which is on here. So we're just talking about Blackpool again, near the seafront. There, that's on Squires Gate. Vegetarian friendly. That's okay. It doesn't say whereabouts Indian, but anyway, I shall stop doing that thing.
And then what else did we have? We had the edamame beans and beef yoizers and pork belly and salmon in marmalade you had. And you didn't order any soft shell crab though, did you?
No, that was extra.
But you got the thing. It was so good. And Mark stuffed himself so much. He stuffed himself so much. And he was complaining all the way home. It was really getting on my nerves.
I was like, oh, my belly. Oh, yeah. Do you know what? Because it was an all-you-can-eat buffet. I'm not going to lie, guys.
It wasn't buffet, but they cook it fresh.
Yeah, so basically all you can eat.
All you can eat, yeah.
I ate so much. I kept ordering and ordering and ordering. And what was worse is I got full and I'd forgotten that I'd ordered a whole load of stuff. So when we came to pay the bill, I thought, oh, God, I'm really stuffed. And then she brought out another plate of food.
And then someone turned up and I said, you ordered more.
I said ages ago. I don't even remember ordering this.
I was just like, oh, my God.
So I had to eat it. And I thought, oh, my God. By then, I was just like this. It was just gluttony. Sheer gluttony.
Luckily, your brother was there, and I could anything that like meat wise that I couldn't eat, I could just spend. Do you want to eat this? Because I'm full. I can't eat it. But I didn't eat. I don't like eating to the point that I'm uncomfortable. So I will eat until my brain has said to myself, do you know what? I think it's time to stop. So I'll just stop, and then I'll like really won't eat anymore. But Mark, like, I don't know.
When God made me, he took the stop button out.
Yeah.
You won't need that. Sam said, I do roast onions with my roasts. Do you know what's nice as well, Sam? Chuck in some garlic bulbs. Roast garlic is phenomenal. It's very good for you as well.
Oh, tasty.
Richard said, my Italian family gave me my nickname. It's Mr. Was it mashed off? Is it mashed off or mashed off? Mr. Mashed off. Mashed off, I think it is. What does that mean? Why did they call you that? Tusha, how about caramelized onions in the mash?
That also would be good. But you know what? Spring onion in mash also.
Richard said, only nice Chinese, like, remember the waitress that served us in hot pot, wink. I do remember the waitress that served us in hot pot. There were actually, we had quite a few actually. There was a lady that right at the beginning who showed you how it all worked. So if anybody's interested, there is quite a nice restaurant in the O2.
Halaldo.
Yes, if you watch, Halaldo, that was it. So if you watch our O2 video, we did a collaboration with Richard, where Richard very kindly introduced us to the O2 Halaldo restaurant. And we ate there. It's the first time I've gone to a restaurant where they actually have an oven, well, cooking device on your table.
Yeah.
I thought it looks like a kitchen sink, but because it's all sort of sunk
Yeah.
into the thing. And that's where they cook all the soups with it.
I thought, I mean, like I've been to something similar, but it was a Korean barbecue, and I thought it was similar to a Korean barbecue, but it wasn't.
Richard said, "I'm on a bit late as I had." Sorry, where was I? Oh, sorry. I'm on a bit late. Has Phil on mud today? Explain later, Kelly.
Okay.
Had to walk today. Are you okay? I hope you're okay. Yeah, let Kelly know after, because I know you got your number. Two said, "Yum, pork belly. Do you enjoy the pork belly at the Harvester?"
Do you know what? First of all, I didn't know they did pork belly at Harvester, and secondly, we went to Harvester in Brighton.
Yeah, on the seafront.
But I wasn't particularly. I couldn't find anything on the menu that I like was appealing to me. So they do like a mini type tapas thing where you can get like it's almost like 3 starters or 6 starters and chips and whatever it is. So I opted for that. And to me, it was very mediocre. It was only okay. The salad was good though. You loved the salad bar. I don't know if you loved it there, but I know you got quite a bit from the salad bar.
The salad bar. So I just have to explain a little caveat. So when we went to, I must say, when we went to Harvester at Brighton,
Yeah,
this was the year after the pandemic. So they hadn't gone back to their full menu, to be fair.
was it 2021?
2021,
Okay.
November 2021.
Right.
So, and we just come out of a lockdown.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
basically they massively reduced the salad bar. And so I don't want to judge it for them, because when we went there, I thought, oh my God, there's hardly any choice here. But that was deliberate because of their Harvester. So we do want to go back. The problem we have is there's no blimmin' Harvester near us.
No, we will go back.
But
we'll go to Brighton.
When we go to Brighton, we'll be able to do another, and we will. Do you know what? I think I mentioned this before. We filmed it, and the footage got wiped. I don't know what happened to it. It just disappeared. So we lost it all. So we were going to show it as well, but we will give it another go. We will review it, and we will let you know what we think. Excuse me. Sam said, I saw that when Wendy's in the UK is now in the UK.
Yes.
I hope one comes to Cornwall so they look good, much better than McDonald's, and baked potatoes and loaded fries.
I did not know they did baked potato and loaded fries, but I know that I believe Richard, you've been to Wendy's, right? I think did you do a review?
No, Richard did a review. I remember he did a review from Wimpy's. Did you do Wendy's as well? So there's a Wimpy's not a million miles away from us.
Yeah.
Richard said it's mac cheesed off. Oh, I see. That's the name. Mac cheesed off. Right. That's so you broke it down. I get it now. It's because she said mac and cheese. They went crazy and said Americans destroyed our history. So the Italians' history. So they because of that they've called you mac cheesed off. Sam, I love a Wendy's as a treat. So yes, Richard has obviously done a Wendy's. Which do you prefer, Wendy's or Wimpy's? Sam said, I love baked apples like my mum used to make, stuffed with butter and sugar or fruit. Your mum used to make that. What she would do is she'd get a massive baked apple, core it, put a massive lump of butter in the hole where the core was, and then pour golden syrup in there.
Oh, right.
But the trouble is, you bake it, but there's never enough ratio of butter to golden syrup. You have a few of that's delicious, but the rest of it, it's just plain baked apple. It needs tons of sugar, I think, to make it actually taste really, really nice. Evening, hello.
Hey.
Oh, it says your chat is not displaying me. You're on now. Did you put some comments prior to? Because that's the first comment we've seen from you.
Yeah.
Richard said, "Oh my God, just realised got to make cakes today. Going to be a challenge. What cakes are you going to make?
What cakes?
Oh, you have to do a bake-off with Kelly.
What cakes?
Sam said, cool, Richard. I want to try one, but not sure where the nearest one is in Cornwall. Always get everything last. Well, young lady, I'm going to have a little look. So Sam said, we only just got a Taco Bell this year.
Do you know what, though? Taco Bells are not like everywhere. They're not that popular as in, I don't mean popular as in, oh God, I really want, but I mean popular as in being loads of places. Do you know what I mean? Like when you go to the States, there's a Taco Bell everywhere. But here in the UK, when I first saw one in the UK, I was in Newcastle. That's where I saw, and my brother was like, "Oh, I have to get Taco Bell. I have to get Taco." So him and his son, they got taco. the Americans, they really love tacos. Tacos.
What's a hello? Can I have a taco?
Taco.
Please?
Can I have a taco, please? There was one girl that I was talking to, and she was American, and I guess her name was Latasha, right? But I knew that's what it was, but I was thinking, how do I say that now without an American accent? Because automatically it would be Latasha. You wouldn't say it in a British accent. So she's like, my name's Latasha, and I was just like,
Just say
okay,
Natasha.
no, it's La Tasha.
Oh, I would say that. Oh, hi, Latasha.
Yeah, Latasha. Yeah, you're saying it with an American accent, exactly. Latasha. It's Latasha, not Latasha. And so I said, how do you pronounce your name? And she's like, oh, it's Latasha. And I was just like, right. I said, I thought that sound, because she goes, oh, a lot of people say it's Latosha, but it's not. It's spelt Latosha, but it's actually Latasha. And I was just like, right, okay. I said, I'm trying to think how I would say it without saying it with an American accent. So yeah, it's funny because obviously when you start talking, you go, oh my God, I love your accent. And in my mind, I'm thinking, oh my God, I love your accent.
So there is a Wendy's in Cornwall, is the good news. The bad news is Cornwall in Canada. So I can see there doesn't appear to be a Wendy's in Cornwall. There must be.
Why would there have to be?
Sorry,
Okay, so here we go. Let me start reading.
Where we are. So Sam said we've only got a Taco Bell this year. Richard said, I've got bad news to tell you. The Ice Cream Festival Mint and Original Mint Feast is going to discontinue. Only Feast Original will be left after 2023 year end. Where did you hear about this?
I love a Mint Feast. Do you know what? I can hardly find them anywhere. I hardly find any Mint Feasts anywhere, and I absolutely love them. They're my favourite. I much prefer them over a normal feast.
Two said, oh, tacos, darling. Richard said, new chocolate Christmas prices. Advent Cadbury's are now £2. Mini chocolate box is £7.50. The new price last year was £4. Has it gone up by that?
Wow.
Oh my words. That's nearly 100% markup. Lol, that's a long way to go for a burger. I know. So I'm going to have another
You missed out Evelyn's one, which is, it kept saying live chat replay. So I had to log in using my tablet. Oh, that's strange. That it wasn't displaying though your comments and stuff. Strange. But yeah, so today I had a £10 voucher from Deliveroo. So Mark's saying, what should we have for lunch? And I said, you know what? Let's get a Deliveroo. Oh, in Woolwich this year, we got a Taco Bell and Popeyes.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Go Woolwich.
Oh, carry on. Mars is now 4-pack at £1.85. What was it before? To me, that is reasonably priced. I don't eat Mars. I'm not a lover of it. I don't really like it. I prefer Snickers or a Marathon, as it used to be called. But I feel like for £4, £1.85 is reasonable.
Apparently, there's just going on to the Wendy's. I had a quick look for Sam. Now there is I'm looking at Cornwall Live, so it's actually a Cornwall newspaper. And for some reason, they're boasting about the fact that they're opening more Wendy's. There's only 5 Wendy's open in the UK.
Yeah, because they only opened recently.
So, and they're mainly all London. So you've got one in Stratford.
Yeah, that's right.
One in Reading, one in Croydon, and one in Oxford.
Croydon, what a place!
Croydon.
What about? There's none in central London though.
No. Not yet. Those are the ones there. But they said they're advertising for staff.
They had one in Brixton for years and years. It probably was. I would not be surprised if it was one of the last ones in the UK before it kaput and left.
Wow. So Richard said, so mince pies, iced mince pie. So with anyone not familiar with mince pies, when they say iced, it's got the iced topping. They were £1.25 last year. They're £2.50 a box. It's doubled. Mark, there's one in Romford. Yeah. I said the Romford one.
Yeah, Romford.
So there's one in Romford. So it's, according to this, it's Romford. I hate it when it does this. It jumps.
Do you know?
Hang on, I haven't finished yet. Romford, Stratford. Reading. No, I didn't say Romford. Sorry, apologies. I didn't say it. So you're right. Reading, Stratford, Oxford, and Croydon, and a new one will be opening up in is the one opening up in Stratford. So I didn't realise there was one in Romford. It doesn't mention a Romford.
It's not opening up in Stratford. It's already. This must be very old. Whatever you're reading.
Oh yeah, it is December 2021. So it's already open.
I was thinking it was open in Stratford for like ages.
There's a Camden Wendy's.
Yeah, so this is what Mark was reading was really old.
I didn't realise it was so old.
Go to the Wendy's website and it will tell you where the locations are.
I don't know why we're doing Wendy's. Here we go.
So yeah, I like. Don't get me wrong. When we do our shopping, I've had to cut back on different things because I feel like the prices have gone up so much. Like I don't know. I just.
Well, it's made me feel stupid now because there's a load more. So you've got Brighton, Camden, Colchester, Croydon, Huntingdon, Kingston upon Thames, Lincoln, Maidstone, Oxford, Portsmouth, Reading, Romford, you're right, Sheffield, Stratford, Sutton, Uxbridge, and Wisbech.
Still no central London.
No, but I suppose it's the rents, isn't it? That's why they won't do them in central London. Sorry, Richard, you are absolutely right. Romford is one, Croydon.
Well, when we go Brighton, we've got a lot of places to try when we go Brighton.
Oh, yeah, there's quite a few. Sam said, have you heard of the Golden Spoon? There was one in Wimbledon, really nice cafe, but not sure if they were a chain.
The Golden Spoon.
My brother would know because he lives in...
Yeah, but would he check out all the restaurants? I don't think
probably
so.
not. He just goes to Wetherspoons.
Yeah.
So it says the Golden Spoon is a Thai restaurant. Is that the one?
I said the magic words.
I'm not a big fan of Thai. Here we go. Golden Spoon.
Maybe it doesn't exist anymore.
Let's have a look. Golden Spoon menu. No, here we are. Oh, but no, it's not. Yeah, I don't think it's there anymore.
Yeah, I don't think it's there anymore.
It's talking about the Golden Spoon Awards, whatever that means. No, I'm afraid it doesn't look like it is there anymore, I'm afraid. Richard said, I now buy my flour in Korean shop in Canary Wharf. As you get double the size of the bag for £1.30. Normally a supermarket is £5. That is
for
insane.
Flour? I've never paid £5 for flour.
You might for a bag.
Or well, how big's the bag? I bought a bag the other day. It was 85p from Marks and Spencer's. So
yeah, where are you shopping, Richard? Are you shopping in Harrods?
like I'm thinking, I bought a bag of flour for 85p in Marks and Spencer's. So how big is your bag of flour that you're buying?
Oh, Sam, I don't think it's there. I've just Googled it. It doesn't look like it's there. It was a British cafe, but the food was so good. Do you know what? It's always nice when you find these little gems.
Do you know what? There's so if anybody watches Shalina on who won MasterChef one year, she's Russian. She has a Russian restaurant in Southampton called La Casa Mama. But the thing I just felt like it was a very strange place to open a Mauritian restaurant because I just thought, I don't know if a lot of people would go. But I've been wanting to go for like forever and a day. But Southampton is not, do you know what I mean? It's not near, it's far. But I just found out she's closing her restaurant and it's just so sad.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, she's selling it to new people because she says she's going to go on and do other things and all of that type of stuff. But like, I wonder if that is the case. I know she's going to go on and do other things because she is very busy. She's always doing something different and stuff like that. But it's incredibly difficult to run a restaurant. It's incredibly difficult. And it's incredibly difficult to keep it open. Once it's opened, it's very difficult to keep it sustained. And the way that restaurants run these days, there's a new one opening up every other day. But bless her, I really, it's such a shame. And I hope the new owners do sort of like try to keep to the menu and stuff like that. I really do want to try it. So I really want to try and get down before it closes.
It was just a British cafe, but the food was so good. Now, I did re-Google, and there's a Golden Spoon cafe, but it's in Mitcham, which is not too far from Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Is that the one? But that's still open. It's on London Road in Mitcham. Richard said, tell a big bag is very huge. Can make about 20 huge cakes with it. So is it? Oh, this is the big bag you're buying, isn't it, from the Korean shop of flour? Is this what you're going to use to make your cakes later on? And what cakes are you making, by the way? Are you doing cupcakes or are you doing like a big proper cake? Sam said the price of Quavers and Wotsits is crazy, and Zachary loves his cheese puffs.
I tell you, the price of things has gone up so much. To be fair now, I don't cook as often as I used to, because like I would cook pastas and whatnot and all of this, noodles and risotto. And like sometimes every now and again I'll get up and say, oh yeah, I'm going to cook something today, and then I'll cook something. But more often than not, Mark's heating something up for me in the oven these days. That is the reality. It's left over this or left over that or whatever. And Mark's, it's us going somewhere, like if we're going to my mum's and taking back leftovers or yeah, and it's Mark will ring me on my way home and he'll say, oh, do you want me to put something, shall I warm this up or shall I warm that up, or it will just be me having toast or something like that. It's crazy.
Richard said Hovis, also Forest Gate, East London based in Stratford. Hovis is 75p a loaf. That's really cheap. Where's that? Forest Gate, East London based. When you say Stratford Hovis, is this actually a shop, Stratford Hovis? Or are you just saying in Stratford a Hovis loaf is 75p? That's really cheap. Is that a regular sized loaf? Normally, loaves of bread now are way over £1. Richard said, I'm making a huge sponge cake, but it's Japanese flour. Will be interesting. What's the difference between Japanese flour? Is it finer? Is it, I don't know. What's the thing with Japanese flour? Be interesting to see. Sam said £1.85 for a loaf of bread down here. Can't remember the brand we get, but it's not Hovis, but it's a big brand. That sounds about right. That's what I would normally pay. So something like Warburton's. If it's not Hovis, then it could be Kingsmill. But they are around about that price. It is expensive for a loaf of bread.
I don't really tend to go for those ones. You will go for those ones if you're going to the shop. But I tend to go for Tesco's own oat batch baked bread, which is so good. And they also do like a white farmhouse or
the sourdough one.
Yeah, I really like that one. And I also get the same if I'm in M&S. So I've got to be honest. I don't look at the price of bread. I just know we need it, and I grab it and I put it in my basket. But I don't normally look at the price.
We don't. Well, I've got to say, we just shop to what we need.
Yeah, but I noticed things like like olive oil, right? That's ridiculously expensive.
Like £8.
It's 12, darling.
You're joking.
I'm not joking with you. It's 12. I don't know where £8. No, that was a few months ago. It cost, but it skipped like. So it used to be £6, and even then, but it was £6 for a litre. That's expensive, right? I get the light and mild Philippa Berrio because I like if I'm going to make carrot cake, that's the oil that I would use to make carrot cake if I was going to make it, and so that's the brand that I buy. But from £6, and we're talking about £6, what, in 2020, 2021, to now 12. That's double of what it was, and it skipped from £6 to £8, and I was just like, okay. And then it went to £10, but all within months. So it went 8, 10, and 12 in months. It's crazy.
That is ridiculous. And then people wonder why there's a cost of living crisis. The Hovis factory is in Forest Gate. I used to live there. So is it cheaper to get it from the actual factory itself? Sam said, I love fresh homemade bread, hot from the oven with real butter. It's so tasty. Do you know what? I was discussing this at work with somebody, and they were saying their sister had bought a Panasonic bread maker.
Right.
I'll have to dig out the model. It's on my phone. I never have my stuff to hand. And they sent me the link of it because I said, so basically, it's one of the things. It does everything for you. The kneading, it does the proving, all of that. You literally just bung the flour in.
Yeah, you bung the ingredients
and you put the water in, and then you press the button and the machine does the rest.
Yeah.
And she said it's fantastic. It bakes it for you. The whole process, obviously, it takes hours, but you don't have to do anything. The machine just does the job.
All of them do that pretty much now.
So I was thinking we should get one for that. I think we should look at doing one.
I've been looking for one for ages.
We'll be going to that place soon, the shopping area, so we could take a look. so we could take a look. That'll be on our agenda. We'll have a look.
Okay, well, that'll be on our list.
Richard said, I only have Tate and Lyle sugar as factories in Beckton. So it's handy you being near all these factories. My local vibe. Sam, bread, I think I'll make that as well. Are you going to do your Egyptian bread?
Oh, yeah.
So Richard made some Egyptian bread. If you check out his video, he did it a while ago, which he based the recipe. I think the recipe was from Horrible Histories, you were saying. So basically, the Egyptian bread had lots of fruit in it. It looked nice, actually. Sam said, we get bread mixes and add cherry tomatoes on top or olives. So yummy. I've seen these. So you get a tiny little packet mix. And the idea is you add water to it, and then it just does the rest. Everything else is in there. But what I did notice, I made it once, and I just happened to, I thought, well, this is going to be okay for me to eat this bread. And a lot of them said not suitable for vegetarians. So I don't know what's in it, but a lot of them say that. These ready packets.
Maybe gelatin of some sort.
Could be gelatin, yeah, or some sort of beef fat in it.
Yeah.
I don't know. So yeah, that's why I tend not to go for the packet mixes, because they aren't veggie friendly. I'm off before 8 p.m. as I've got my premiere vid. Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
You're going for to prepare, which is nearly 8 o'clock now.
Blimey, yeah.
Kelly, you've got an interesting top. Do you want to talk a little bit about your top? And about your favourite musical of all time?
Yeah. And if you're trying to find me, look to the western sky. As someone told me lately, everyone deserves a chance to fly. And if you're flying solo, yes, Wicked. I absolutely love Wicked. I've been to see it so many times. And yeah, this is my T-shirt that I got there. I took my mum. I've pretty much been with everyone. Me and Evelyn have been like quite a few. I think me and Evelyn have been 3 or 4 times. And I saw it with the original Idina Menzel. I've seen it with her about 3 or 4 times. But I absolutely love it. I went recently with Siobhan, your brother's girlfriend. And we were talking about going to see it again. They've got the new cast. It's with black leading ladies, and I really want to go see that again. And yeah, so that's the interesting top.
It'd be interesting to go see with the new cast, actually.
Yeah, I think it will be really interesting and really diverse, and I'm all about diversity. You get me? I'm all about diversity.
Richard. So Richard said my favourite musical is sold out. It's Back to the Future.
Oh wow!
Now Kelly's cousin went to see Back to the Future, and he said he was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah,
he loved it. He said it was a really good musical. We do want to go see it. We haven't got around to doing it yet.
Yeah, do you know what it is? I'm always put off when they make a film into a musical, because I think to myself, well, did they get good writers? Did they get good people to do the music? And I'm very particular about musicals. One of the ones that I really do want to go see is Hamilton. I really want to see that. I went to see, I've been to see quite a few, but somebody said to me Six, which was Henry VIII's Wives, is a really good musical. So that might be quite interesting. But do you know what I like? I like when sometimes when you watch the charity programs or the Royal Variety Show. So like sometimes if you're watching Children in Need, or if you're watching Royal Variety Performance, or the what's the comedy one? The comedy charity that they do, Comic Relief, and all of that type of stuff. They'll do snippets of shows. Snippets of shows will come and do a song or two, and then I like to see. And then if I see, I think, oh my god, that musical sounds amazing. I want to go see that. Then I'll try and book tickets and I'll go and see. But yeah, I love musicals. Sam
said we get the chipolata mix. I think that's what it's called. You knead it in. So we go back to the bread with oil and flatten it on an oven dish. Poke it in with your fingers to make little dents, and I add tomatoes or olives. Very yummy. This is when you do the focaccia.
I was going to say this focaccia.
This sounds very much like a focaccia. So for focaccia, you
Dimple it.
Yeah, that's it, with your fingers.
Yeah.
And you put oil in the dimples. And then
loads of oil.
And then when that bit rises, then you get that lovely. I love focaccia bread. That sounds
Me
delicious,
too.
actually, Sam. I know I've got the name wrong. Yeah, I'm not sure it's chipolata. I think it's chipata mix. I think you're talking about, it's the focaccia, I think you mean. I said chipolata, but it's not a chipata you put. But I think you mean focaccia mix. Richard said, did you know that the Phantom of the Opera's second follow-up is called Love Never Dies?
Oh,
I
didn't know there was even a follow-up.
I didn't know that. I've heard of Love Never Dies, but I didn't realise that was supposed to be a sequel to Phantom of the Opera. I had no idea. There you go. Thanks, Richard.
Love never dies.
Sam said, I used to love Oliver. I still do. The songs are great.
Yeah.
But I think the movie won a ton of Oscars too.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, one boy for sale.
I was just thinking of that very song.
Going cheap, only 7 guineas. I love Oliver. I'm just trying to think what my favorite. Oh, my favorite song is at the end. Who will buy this wonderful feeling? I'm so high, I swear I could fly. Yeah, yeah, when I was growing up, Oliver was one of my favorites. But my favorite musical, I have to say, is what you call it? Sing a Christmas carol, sing a Christmas carol.
Yeah,
and the children do.
A Christmas carol.
Yeah. Yeah, and the joy and the beauty, and the joy and the beauty. Yeah, I love Christmas carol.
Sam said that's what it's called. Yeah, so focaccia bread. Sam said Little Shop of Horrors.
I did that. I did that in college. Little shop. I played Audrey.
Sam said, who will buy this wonderful morning? Yeah. That's the one.
Who will buy this wonderful morning?
Richard said Oliver is a favourite musical as some parts were filmed in East London and Chatham Docks. Oh, I didn't know that. I guessed it would have been filmed around sort of East London way. I think the bit I was telling you about, which I found, I don't know why I found it really interesting. We were watching Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, so that was the third one with Sean Connery, and there's a scene in there where they have this boat race basically through Venice. So because it's all set in Venice.
Oh yeah.
And there's a speedboat race there. But the Italian authorities would not allow a speedboat chase, even for the film, in Venice. So they actually shot it in Liverpool docks. And then they shot the whole race in Liverpool docks. And obviously they cut back to the Venice scene. So in the Venice scene, you just see these boats going really, really slow. And then of course, when they speed up, that's actually the Liverpool bit. Richard said, also, Tushi said, The Greatest Showman. You like that?
Yeah, I loved The Greatest Showman. What was it?
With Hugh Jackman.
It's a glorious. Yeah, I loved it. I can't remember the words now. But I thought that was great as well. I loved it. Yeah.
Richard said, I did a musical in college on Oliver. I was the old man main role. Had this embarrassing role to hug a lady on camera. Imagine take after take, week after week. She was just not my type. Well, that's all part of the acting, though, Richard.
That's acting, isn't it?
You know, you have to do that.
Yeah, you have to do this.
I forget which actor said it, but he said he really couldn't stand the woman he had to do kissing scenes with. And he said he actually went on record to say the only way he could get through the kissing scene was to actually imagine his dog. That's how he got through it. He said he pictured his dog. I can't remember who said it, but Sam said, Link by Link. I love that Christmas song. And the Muppet Xmas Carol too. We're Marley and Marley. Woo!
I don't know that one.
The Muppets Christmas Carol. That's with Michael Caine. Yeah. He plays Scrooge.
Yeah.
Sam said, One More Sleep Till Christmas. That was the other song on there. And Oliver, that is me, Kelly.
Yeah.
So Tushi likes Oliver.
Do you know what? There's something to be said about old musicals. I love Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I feel like Gene Wilder was like so good in it. And cheer up, Charlie. You know, there are so many good musicals. I don't think I could name as many. I don't know. There are just so many that I love. So many.
Richard said Christmas shopping has now started.
I know.
The mayhem. I know. Don't. We've got to. We have to really plan that this year.
I know. I'm hesitant to speak to people at work about Christmas tree. I'm thinking we might be. You know, when it's September, but you got to book that, and I'm hesitant to mention it. Yeah, but we'll see.
I was going to say, just put it up now, and then you're.
No, I have because it's got to be a live one. Is the first thing. You've got to order it at the right time. You've got to get your slot. We've got to think about the height, where you're going to put it. It's just it takes a lot of planning. You would think, but yeah, I mean, you wouldn't think, but yeah.
I might give my Christmas food review early. Well, if you do it early, you'll be the first to do it. Start doing it now.
Crumble top mince pie and what you call it, brandy cream.
There we go. Well, we will be doing before Christmas, so don't get ahead of yourself. We will be doing some of the autumn things. I always like to do a review of the pumpkin stuff in Starbucks.
Definitely going to be a something pumpkin.
Oh, I love my pumpkin spice bits there, and I've been looking forward to. I've actually been checking the Nespresso website to see if they brought out the pumpkin spice latte yet.
One year you got so many pumpkin spice, you were fed up of it. You didn't want it.
I know, but then I crave it. Then when about 3 months later, when I've run out. Sam said, "I do anything for you, dear. Anything,
yeah.
even fight my room."
Do anything for you, dear. Anything for you, mean everything to me.
Oh my God, when you get Kelly started, she's going to be singing every musical now you put. Richard said, I grew a real tree. Oh, did you? You've grown your own Christmas tree at the back? What, conifer? I see, I know they look nice, but the amount of blimmin' pines that they shed. I mean, we did it. I remember when I was flat sharing, we did it one year. Those pines were stuck in the carpet for months and months and months afterwards. And the worst thing is when
months of inventing them and making them.
Yeah. So at the end of it, I had to chuck it. Of course, then you got to dispose of it with a plastic one. You can just send it back up into the loft. But yeah, with a real one, you've got to then chuck it out the back.
He's a mean one, the Grinch.
Oh my God, we're gonna get good. So we're doing the Christmas stuff already. What we will before that, we do have obviously Halloween, so we need to get in the Halloween spirit of it. Sam said, "I'm getting a real tree again. You can't get ones now that don't drop. Oh, you can get ones that
don't drop needles. Yeah.
Do they work?
I don't know if they work, but
I'm always skeptical about that.
And there's also a spray, but the spray is highly flammable and toxic.
Yeah. Apart from that, it's all right.
Yeah, apart from that.
Yeah, I think I'll stick with that. Oh, I did notice that Homebase was selling so for plastic trees, they were selling pine-smelling ornaments. So the idea is they're very strong pine-smelling. So what you do is you stick them on the plastic tree, and it makes it smell of pine. I think I just think to say so you can do the opposite. So Sam's going for a real tree, but. I was going to say I'm avoiding the Christmas talk yet because I'm still grasping onto the last of the summer rays. I still don't want that car. I'm not looking forward to it. It's starting to get chillier in the evening.
I don't know what kind of summer you think we had, but I'll tell you it wasn't that great.
Well, I'm still in my shorts. I'm still in my t-shirt. I'm still going to carry that on as long as I possibly can.
He's wearing his Hawaiian shirts the weekend, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah. I still want to grab onto it. See, I was born to live in Florida. Somewhere where I could wear them all year round. It's not quite the same when you can't do that here.
Right.
Sam said, last real tree I didn't drop any needles.
Wow.
On the farm, we would all go for a walk and chop down a holly tree, and they make the prettiest Xmas trees ever. Okay. We do the wreaths as well. So we do have a wreath on the door.
We bought a few wreaths, didn't we?
Yeah. I've got to be honest. So again, when I go into Homebase, towards after Christmas, they do everything. They just want to get rid of all their Christmas stock. So they were selling all this stuff like dead cheap. So I picked up a load of stuff then. But it was still just after Christmas, so it was still when you could put the.
You ordered a couple on Amazon that were
Oh,
quite
they were really
nice.
good.
Yeah, they were quite nice. The couple that he ordered on Amazon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, they're up in the loft at the moment. But yeah, I
Mm.
might order some more from there
Mm.
because they were actually really, really nice.
Mm.
And I do need to get some more command strips.
I think you bought garlands as well for the stairs, didn't you?
Yeah.
More garlands, yeah.
So, and I say it every year. I want to try and get the decks up as early as possible.
That'll be in November, supposedly.
Yeah. I want to do them in November, just purely because otherwise we did them one year. I think I put them on like the 14th or the 15th of December. By the time you put them up, you haven't to take them back down.
Yeah,
again.
I'm just looking where we're going to put it, but I think we're going to put it in that alcove, right?
Yeah, that's what it's for. The alcove.
Yeah.
Sam said we usually go and cut down fresh holly and put it around the home. There's loads of it down here. I suppose it would be in Cornwall because you're right on the countryside, so you can just go and put it in there. Put the wreaths up as well. It looks very, very homely, I've got to say.
And what do people do as their Christmas traditions?
Oh, we're going there already.
Do you
Christmas
have
in
Christmas
summer.
traditions? It ain't no summer. It's the 1st of September, so I don't even know what you're talking about.
Summer is up, believe it or not, up to the beginning of October.
Whatevs. Anyway, what traditions do people have? We don't have a tradition.
No, well, put the decks up. That's it.
Yeah, that's
and then
our
take
tradition.
them down again. That's it.
Yeah,
Which
that's
is
pretty much
what I end up having to do.
Well, yeah, I order them and delegate because otherwise we wouldn't have any. If I left it to you, we wouldn't have any Christmas decks. True or no?
We were. I bought loads on Amazon last year.
Only last year. How long have we been in this house? And you bought Christmas decks for the first time last year?
I do. So yeah, we have put quite a few in here. Yeah, we have to hang out a few more. It also is what it takes. It takes about 2 or 3 weekends to put them all up. I don't know why it takes us so long.
Yeah, because we don't do it. It would take normally when people decorate, they all decorate together and they decorate on like in the day on a Saturday or Sunday. But you kind of are normally doing things. You're doing work or this, so you don't have real time to dedicate. So you end up normally doing evenings, putting up bit by bit.
Yeah. That's what I end up doing as well. So I don't. It's because over the years we bought more and more decks. So of course it takes longer and longer to do.
What are you talking about? I didn't buy any decks last year or this year.
No, I did. You just talked about the wreaths.
Yeah, you bought wreaths.
We didn't buy anything apart from 2 wreaths, couple of wreaths.
Wreaths and garlands, which we didn't need, by the way.
Oh, so Sam said we have to do the stockings in an old-fashioned pair of tights, cut off the legs and stuff you can fit tons in. I wrapped some so I don't look so cool. So and can be as long as I am tall. So basically, you fill them up all full of presents.
Do you know what I miss? From when I was younger. So our Christmas traditions, my stepdad would get us chocolate selection packs, and on Christmas morning when we open our presents, we would eat for breakfast this Christmas selection. He really enjoyed that. He really enjoyed us watching us open presents and eating chocolate for breakfast. And that's what we would do. And we'd normally have some type of Christmas movie in the background. That's what we used to do. But when I was really young, what I used to love is the old Christmas stocking pack that you used to buy in the shops. And they would come with, them little square puzzles where one square is missing, and you'd mess them up and you'd have to try and get the picture back together again. And you'd have a set of jacks, like pick up jacks. And then you would have, I don't know, like a chocolate, and you'd have like maybe some colouring pens, normally yellow, red, blue and green. Those were the main colours that you get, those 4 sets. And then you'd have some type of small mini colouring book and things. And I miss those types of sort of like games. And I went out for sort of like an after work party type thing. And I knew there were going to be children there, so we were sort of like discussing like what we're going to do. Like everybody tends to forget about the kids, right? But I'm all about, we've got nephews and stuff like that. We're all about the kids. So I was like, right, well, what are we going to do for the kids? Because they've already discussed alcohol for the grown-ups and food for the grown-ups. And I was like, right, so what are we doing for the kids here? So I then went and bought I was a bit nervous because I thought, well, kids are into their PS4s and their Switches and all of this. And we weren't buying things like that. So I bought traditional stuff that I had as a kid. So things like colouring books, colouring pencils, and what you call it, felt tips. And then I got puzzle books, and I got like a spirograph. Does anybody remember the spirograph? I brought pop-up. Now pop-up pirate is not in my time, but I bought pop-up pirate, and I bought Connect 4 and things like that. And I let them all go. And there was like this magnetic dartboard that somebody wanted me to get, so I got that. But I tell you, the kids sat down and they played Connect 4. I played a few of the kids as well. And then they were colouring in their colouring books and doing the little puzzles. And it was just so nice to see them not having to get their phone or their tablets out or anything like that, but really engaging. And it was nice to see the adults as well engaging with the kids and playing a game or or whatever. And I was teaching one little girl the strategy that I use when I want to play Connect 4 and stuff like that. I used to be really, really good when I was little. Not so good now. The brain cells are a bit. So I hadn't played it for years. And so I was teaching her like what my strategy is if I want to win games and stuff like that. And it was just so nice to sort of do that, really.
Even said my Christmas tradition is to watch the Die Hard movie.
Yes.
Sam,
Mofo.
Sam said last year I got Zachary a dinosaur advent calendar. It was only £10 and the toys are really good.
Oh, wow.
I had a Yankee Candle advent calendar. That was nice too. Actual fact, I was going to do that actually because a lot of places they half the price of their advent calendar straight afterwards. But if there's nothing perishable in there like food, get it and just save it.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you want to decline that?
Yeah.
Always in alive. Sam said, "Oh, I love Die Hard. Now I have a machine gun. Ho ho ho! You can buy. Check on Amazon. You can buy that jumper that says now I have a machine gun. Ho ho ho! You can actually. My brother bought it and he wore it to Christmas, and I was going to get it for him, but he'd already done it. He'd already got himself for it. I think I'm going to get Zachary a karaoke machine for Christmas now." If you want to get him something else, you can get him the karaoke and something else. The reason being is we went for Roxy.
Yeah.
Now, Roxy is an app. Okay, talk about Roxy. I'm going to go get the things.
Okay, so my brother wanted to do karaoke. Like, I think he's like, yeah, but is it really Christmas if you don't do karaoke? The boy's never done karaoke before in his life. He must have gone somewhere and did karaoke and they said, Kel, we need to do karaoke at Christmas. Actually, I should get like a proper, this Christmas, I will get a proper karaoke machine and stuff like that, I think. So what's happened is you get these microphones for free. You get...
so that's Roxy.
Yeah.
You get one for free.
You get one for free and the other one for £1. And it's this app and you download the app. Now, the problem with Roxy, and I will tell you this up front, on Christmas Day, it let us down.
But we basically paid £1 for the thing.
For two microphones.
Oh, I haven't charged them up. So they're not the best.
No.
The sound is in there. So it is a bit echoey.
It's tinny, yeah.
It is a bit tinny. And like I said, the power is out on these. We haven't used them for ages. Roxy is free for a month. Now double check because it's oh yeah, you got it.
Because I know.
You're turning the microphone up.
Hello? Because I know how to rock this, you get me. So yeah.
That is on echo.
Yeah.
Turn the echo off. So it's not that loud as you can hear, but you can do it to do your singing in. What we ended up having to do is we ended up having to use YouTube to get so there's loads of free karaoke things on there. If you wanted to get him something else, and you could get him these as well. But if you was it £10 or £1 you got for these? I can't remember. I thought one was £1. You had to pay £10 for the other.
Possibly, yeah.
That's what I think it was. I think it's £1 for one.
And then you got free. I think you got free month of Roxy, the app.
So you can get it. So basically, for £11, you get these two, and then you can use Roxy. Say melt my cheese through the mic.
melt my cheese, or pour some sugar on me.
There you go. So it's called Roxy. It is an app. You can get it if you've got Freeview or if you've got Sky or anything like that. You can go through Roxy as well. There's tons and tons of songs on there. Not everything necessarily that you want, but they will have them on there. They are chargeable. I'm just going to turn this one off. So the mics are chargeable. If you can see under there, there's the charging. So pretty much what you would use for a standard.
That's the old type USB.
Yeah, the old type USB ones as well. So you would need to get a charger unit for that, so you can charge them up. They do last quite a while. I think they lasted the entire evening while we were using them.
Yeah, pretty much. They last for a couple of hours.
And like I say, Roxy did let us down because it wasn't working on Christmas Day.
Because everyone was trying to get on it.
So
it was just like, so we ended up using YouTube, right? But I think this year we will probably get a proper karaoke machine. I'll look. It was just difficult to try and find a good karaoke machine.
And they can be expensive.
Yeah.
Melt my cheese. So yeah, you can. Oh, I didn't even know you could get stuff like that. Very. It's a really good. This is a really, really cheap way to entertain a load of people.
Yeah.
Like I say, 11 quid. So £1 for the first one. You can pay 10 for a second one. So if you want to do duets and stuff, you could probably pay for more other ones.
Yeah.
As you could hear, the quality isn't 100% the best, but for this,
for a little one's gonna love it.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Now you can get it on PlayStation and Xbox as well. Bit more expensive, but you do get a wider range of songs as well. But you do have to buy the songs separately to the machine. The microphones as well. I think they were between 15 and what they were at the time. I have to remember now. I think at the time they were about 15 quid. It might be cheaper now because PlayStation 4's come down in price. But you obviously would need to have the console already. Mm-hmm. You don't want to spend like 300 quid on a console. But yeah, there you go. So if you want a cheaper version of karaoke, Roxy's your guy.
Yeah.
Again, there's tons of stuff on YouTube, but it is good to have a microphone.
Yeah. I'm going to look at a karaoke machine because I felt like we did need a little bit of an amplifier.
Yeah.
So that's what I would do.
The problem is with this one, again, if I take the echo off, you have to get it right at the right angle.
Yeah.
So as you can see, I'm talking now. It's not picking up anything. No. It's not picking up anything. Now it's picking something up. So you've really got to have the microphone so close to your mouth.
Yeah.
As soon as I take it there, look, it can't pick it up. So there it just about does. There it does just. And that's really close.
Yeah, because we've got microphones all around the house. Well, we've got about 3 or 4 microphones. It's just one of those things that it wasn't. We need to hook it up to an amplifier basically. So that's what we'll do this year. I think this year we'll get.
Well, have a little look.
Yeah, Evelyn, I can't even remember how. Like Evelyn was here, I can't even remember half the songs that we sang.
Zachary plays Paw Patrol on the Xbox, and he's got a fishing game. King Europe,
hey,
hello!
King Europe,
how are you?
I hope you're well.
You good? We were just talking about karaoke and stuff like that. So how you can get a really cheap karaoke thing.
I think that might end up being one of our traditions when we do it at home.
What, karaoke?
Karaoke, I think.
Well, if Zachary's got an Xbox, you can get a variety of karaoke things on the Xbox. Brian Adams. Yeah, which one did we sing? I can't remember which one.
Into my eyes, you will see
what you mean to me.
There we are. So that was the karaoke bit. It is good fun, but like I say, with Roxy, we did find that. But I think that's the point. Yeah, exactly. Oh God, last time I did karaoke, I had far too much to drink. He said, but that is the point.
That is the point.
That's the whole point of it. Exactly. I think there were people there singing. Your brother was really liking it. He was just
that's what I see. Yeah, it was his suggestion. It was his suggestion. I think he got a bit too much for your mum and dad, maybe.
It's not their thing.
Yeah, bless them.
Notice they didn't volunteer to sing anything.
Well, no, but I wasn't expecting any. Even my mum didn't sing anything, but she sang in the background though. To be fair,
Yeah.
whenever we did Kylie, I should be so lucky, like that's my mum in the background, lucky. I was like, Mum, since when?
I think your mum did sing a song.
Oh, she might have done. And then Dean and Alicia sung, and then the boys sung.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I'll get a proper karaoke machine this year.
Yeah. All right, we'll have a
Yeah.
look at it, but they can go into the hundreds. That's where you got to be careful.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't spend more than 100, maybe 150. I don't think I'd spend more than that.
We'll have a little look.
Yeah.
King said your crumb and doilies video was great. Oh, thank you.
Bless you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So we wanted to show with the crumbs and doilies that actual fact you can get the too good to go with them. They are good. They do the too good to go.
Yeah.
And I thought for £5 for 3
4 cupcakes.
4 cupcakes.
4 yeah.
The other bit I would say that was very good with crumbs and doilies is that we didn't have to go at the end of the day. And what the lady did is she just took the box and put 4 fresh ones in and then handed them over. So it wasn't even the end of the day. So I thought that was really, really good.
Yeah.
I've got to be honest. We thought, and we were always honest in our reviews, we thought that the actual cookies were better than the cakes.
Yeah, they were. The cookies were. I would get the cookies again. I wouldn't, unless there was a new flavour that I wanted to try, I wouldn't get the cupcakes again. But that's my own personal opinion.
King Europe said, I've not tried Too Good To Go, but I live in a pretty rural town, so I'm guessing there's nothing there in my area. It's worth downloading.
Download it and find out.
It's free.
Yeah.
You just put your postcode in and it will tell you what's available. My parents live in the middle of nowhere, and even they had places near them. Of course, they had to drive to the local town. But the local town had a Costa, and Costa were doing it. And again, it was really good. So the pickup time was about 2:30. So we went in there, and again, she just took some fresh cakes, and she gave us quite a good deal. She gave us 2 muffins, a couple of cheese toasties.
Yeah, cheese toasties.
These all in date. They were all this is about 3 o'clock, 3:30, and put them in the bag for us. So we had that to go.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth downloading in case you're going somewhere as well. So if you are doing a day trip somewhere, or if you're going to a main town or a main wherever, it's worth downloading and then looking sort of in the day or the night before and seeing if there's going to be anything available the next day, and then buy it because you know you're going to be there the next day. Do you know what I mean? It's always worth doing.
The other thing, yes, if there's a Costa Cafe near there, they will do a Too Good To Go.
Yeah. A Starbucks does it as well.
Yeah. A lot of coffee.
Bakeries.
You will be very surprised who does what. If there's a Greg's near you, they do it as well. We filmed. I don't know what happened to that footage.
Oh yeah, Greg's one.
That disappeared. Greg's were really good. So Greg's gave us a pack of 4 sausage rolls.
Yeah.
A hamburger.
Yeah, and a tuna or something.
A tuna sandwich, and there was a cake.
Yeah.
All that was about £2-3. I think it was £2. It was really cheap.
Yeah. I mean, it's really worth. Who was I talking to about it the other day? And I said, oh yeah, you should download it. And they said, oh, I never do Too Good To Go. And I said, just download it. You'll just get stuff. I can't remember who I was talking to about it.
We don't do it all the time.
No.
It's just now and again. But the other thing is what if you've got time, King, have a look at we did a Costa versus Starbucks Too Good To Go. Now, of course, you can never know what they're going to give you, but we wanted to give you an idea of what's actually in the haul. So we did actually do that in one of our previous videos. So just give you an idea of what you can get in your bag.
Yeah, I just for the life of me, I can't remember who I was talking to about it. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Just download it, and you know, if there's a Toby Carvery near you, or you're going to get to a Toby Carvery or whatever, they do it as well. You know, but I mean, it's for us, it was it's a bit of a late pickup. It's like 9 o'clock. Or just gone between 9 and 9:30 is the pickup. I don't know if that's the same across the board, but I mean, we'll drive and then then you've got food for the next day, and you don't have to cook. Sometimes when I can't be bothered, if I've gotten in late or whatever, and then Mark's going to say, oh yeah, can I put anything on for you? And then there's just food sitting there, and he knows that he can just bung it in the oven, and yeah.
King Europe said, "Oh, Greg's are great. Wasn't too good to go. But I asked for a sausage roll. They charged me at the till. They realised they had none, so they gave me 3 vegan ones instead.
The vegan ones are better than the meat ones.
Well, I was gonna say I do eat the vegan ones.
Yeah, but the vegan ones are. I'm not like a real fan of this. Like the sausage rolls from Greg's used to be good, but now I don't know what it is. They're using some type of meat that's very mushy, and it does repeat on me. So I tend not to. I tend not to get the sausage rolls there. Sometimes I get the pizza slices at the pepperoni pizza slices, but even then the cheese that they use is quite strong. But I tell you, them vegan sausage rolls are really good. I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed them. So if you were asking me which one I was gonna get, it'd be vegan all day long.
Which is great for me since they both taste the same. Bad for my diet though. Well, do you know what? They're not too. The pastry isn't great, obviously, but they aren't too bad. Oh, even said the steak bake.
Do you know what? Back in the day, I would have said to you, back in the day, the chicken bake and the steak bake, I would have said yes. I don't know what they've done with the chicken bake, but it's bland. It don't taste right. And the steak bake is so salty. It's so, but Evelyn does like a lot of salt in her food, to be fair.
Well, I'm going to say for the vegetarian side, you're not going to like it, but I definitely recommend they do a baked beans and cheese.
Yeah, cheese and bean melt, don't
That's
they?
really nice. I would also recommend, if you get the chance to have one, the margarita pizza is really, really good.
I like their jam donuts.
Oh, I haven't had their donuts.
Yeah,
actually.
their jam donuts are really good.
Apple
turnover.
Yeah, King Europe said I pass on the bakes, but the sausage roll and pizza all the way. The pizzas are really nice.
Yeah,
do you know what?
You like the pizzas, yeah.
What, for £1.65, I think they are. You get a really good wedge of pizza.
Yeah.
It's really nice. I do like their bakes as well.
Yeah.
I totally see why they're so popular.
Yeah. And they're very reasonable.
Sam said vegan sausage roll with stuffing makes a nice sausage roll. With the stuffing as well.
Do you know what? I'm a real. I like stuffing. And do you know what? I love a lot of M&S stuff. I won't lie to you, but their sausage stuffing, I don't find it good. But you know, good old Paxo. You do a Paxo, the cheap one. You just do a good old Paxo thing. But Tesco do a good one, which is, it's already done. It's a sage and onion stuffing. I really like that. I just bung it in the oven. It's really good. Yeah.
Now, Kinga, we were just talking about roast dinner actually. Now you said the stuffing is the best part of a roast for real. When we did our Toby Carvery video, again, so we were just saying about the Too Good To Go. Now, I don't know if you have a Toby Carvery near you, but they do Too Good To Goes. Yeah. Our recommendation, and again, it's very difficult to make this recommendation because it varies from restaurant to restaurant.
Yeah.
So you, just because it's our experience doesn't mean it will be yours. But we've done quite a few Too Good To Goes at a Toby Carvery restaurant.
Yeah.
And the best time to go is during the week, not half term, because it's always busy at half term. But if you go during the week, you'll get, in most cases that we've got they've been really generous at the filling. So they actually pack it. When we've gone on the weekend or the Sunday, you don't get as much because there's more people going there.
And when you get it on Too Good To Go, the meat is not as thin, right? So when you go to the Carvery, that meat is so thin when they slice it. But when you get it on Too Good To Go, it's not thin meat.
No, because they're trying to get rid of it.
Yeah, it's not thin meat. So if you have that experience and you don't like the experience of getting thin meat, when you go, get your Too Good To Go, and you will see that the meat slices are thicker than the. Somebody said to me, neck curtains. I'm not going back to Toby Carvery because the meat was like neck curtains. So I was like, it's not very well, but okay.
But yeah, like I said, they're at the end of the day, they're just bunging it into because they're going to get rid of it anyway. So they just bung it into these packages. When we've been really lucky and we've gone midweek, you'll get your roast steak, and they were giving us a bag with the Yorkshire puddings in it. They just wanted to get rid of them, so we were having two things. But that's midweek when they've got a lot more food. So that's our little tip. Won't necessarily always be for where you are, but there you go. King Europe said, nowhere near me, I'm afraid, at Toby Carvery. But if I did, I'd be 20 kilograms heavier. I'm surprised we're not. Sam said, I'd like to add applesauce or cranberry sauce to stuffing mix, but chestnut stuffing is my favourite.
Oh wow!
I love chestnut.
You would like chestnut stuffing, I think.
When I do sprouts, I
Yeah,
cut
you
up
put
chestnuts
in it. Yeah,
and
you
put
do.
them in and fry them. It isn't sprout season, but I did buy frozen sprouts, so I
Yeah.
can have it all year round.
But I'm not a sprouts person whatsoever.
Oh, I love sprouts.
But I love and I don't know if I would love it in my stuffing. I've got to be honest. But when I go to the Toby Carvery.
Oh yeah. Basically, just put your meal in the cranberry sauce
would
container.
you like a roast with your cranberry sauce?
King Europe said, "Oh, that's a good point. When you're there, they are rationing the slices, but with Too Good to Go, they will just give you the thick slices to get rid. That's the great thing, is because they're getting rid of it, so they'll just bung it in. So you
now, don't get me wrong, it's not like giant thick, but it's thicker than what they normally do it when you're there. It is thicker, and anyway,
we'll have to do another Too Good to Go vid actually.
Too good to go.
Sam said, roast chestnuts when you go evening Christmas shopping. Happy memories. You'll find them as it gets colder in our local town. There will be a guy that sells them. You can smell them as they're roasting.
But I like the ones that they're sort of like, it's not roasted chestnuts. I don't know what nuts that they use.
Was that the one with the sugar? With the sugar, yeah. It's like a peanut.
A pecan of some sort.
Yeah.
I like. That's the one I like. Yeah, that's the one.
Well, guys, talking of shopping, I do need to go food shopping because we've got absolutely nothing in. So I'm gonna make my way over to our shops in a minute. So I think we will leave that there. But thank you so much for the live chat again. We absolutely love it, as we always do. Really enjoy it as well. Thank you so much for all your suggestions, all your comments, for all the bits that you contribute. As again, the show would be nothing without you. So we thank you all from the bottom of our hearts. So that is it for Mark and Kelly's trips, tips, and things for this week. But as always, we will be back Tuesday, 6:30 UK time. Until then, Gracie, I hope I catch you earlier next time. No, don't worry, you can catch us whenever.
I just want to say thank you for the likes, by the way. The more people that like it helps people come across our channel. I didn't know this. So the more likes we get, it actually goes out to more people. YouTube push it out to more people.
I didn't know that.
So thank you. If you could like our live, I'd be ever so grateful.
And no, thank you as well, King Yo. Thank you so much for. Like I said, we'll be back 6:30 UK time. Until then, look after yourselves. Have a fantastic weekend. Do take care, and we will hopefully look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. Have a fantastic weekend, guys. Look after yourselves. Sam, I hope you feel better. Tusha, I hope you feel better.
I hope you feel better too.
Look after yourselves, everybody else. We will see you in the next live. Bye for now.
Take care, everyone. Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Bye.